There's no money in the economy if the state doesn't spend. And somebody will say, well, 97% of the money in the economy is banks. You say, well, that's a policy decision. Banks are lending to fill the gap that the federal government chooses not to fill with sovereign spending. You use it, do whatever. The bank, in turn, keeps your interest that you pay on the debt, but the rest of it zeroes out. I'm like, what do you mean zeroes out? And then it was like, your taxes do the same thing. When the government issues money out to you, that's your asset, but that's the government's debt. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. So in other words, money is debt? And you'll hear Warren Mosler say that the national debt is the sum total of every untaxed dollar in the economy. And then you'll hear him say, but the dollar is just a tax credit. And you're like, what does that mean? So in other words, it's for redemption, not for spending. In other words, that's the lure, that's the hook, that's the magnet that forces us to use the government's money. That's why Bitcoin and things like that will never replace the dollar. Because as long as the state is able to enforce a tax, it's got an obligation payable only in its tax. And so this awakening right here, this stuff was things that made me say, holy crap. So all the fighting between Democrats and Republicans about paying for things and raising taxes to pay for things and wanting to cut taxes because we don't want to pay for your bad decisions and all this stuff. It's like a pitched battle. It's fake. It's fraudulent. It's not real. It doesn't exist. It's a fight, but it's a fight over nothing.